Hello and welcome back. I'm Joseph Hoffman. Today we are learning how to play the left hand and hands together for Ode to Joy. So by now you should be very confident at playing the right hand, so we can take a look at the left hand. Let's check out the score to get started. Okay, we're back in the score or sheet music for Ode to Joy. Last time we learned the right hand notes up here in the treble clef. Today we're looking at the left hand part in the bass clef. So tell me what you notice about this left hand part. You might have noticed that the left hand part is mostly these whole notes. We've got a couple of half notes down here. The rest of the time, another few half notes. Most of the time, we're doing these 4-beat whole notes. Now, what note do we start on? Can you tell me the letter name of this note? The way we'd figure this out is we'd look for the bass clef F line and then just do 2 steps down. That would bring us to D. Or you could have thought where bass C is and done 1 step up. Either way gets you to a D. And then what interval? Can you tell me the interval from this first D to this next note? If you said the interval of a fifth, you're correct. When you go from a line, skip a line to the next line, that tells you you've gone a double skip or a fifth. And what's a fifth above D? That brings you to A. So we have D, A, and then you'll notice that pattern continues. D, A, D, A, D, A, D. And since we're in the D major pentascale, D is Do, and A is So. Do, So. Now, I have a singing challenge for you. I'd like you to sing the left hand part while I play the left hand and right hand part together so you can hear how they work together. Remember, I'm going to play 4 quarter notes to every one of your whole notes. So be sure to hold this Do for 4 beats and each whole note after that for 4 beats as well. Okay? So you're singing Do. It's going to sound like this. Do, So. Now, you try. Sing along with me, Do and So, while I play both hands together. Ready, start on Do. I'll count 4 beats and then we start. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do, So. Do, So. Do, So. Do, So, Do. Good. Now let's try to play it on the piano. To play the left-hand part, let's find a D, our bass D below middle C, the nearest D below middle C. Finger 5 will start on that D, and then our finger 1 will take care of the A with Do, So. Now, I'd like you to count the beat out loud as you play. That's a good habit to get in. Professional musicians that I know all use counting the beat to help them stay together. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to play both hands, but I'd like you to only play the left hand. And be ready at the end of line 2. You're going to get kind of lulled into thinking, oh, these are all whole notes. But be ready when you get to this last measure of line 2, you have that 1, 2, 3, 4. Half notes only get 2 beats, so let's practice that. With finger 1 on A, we're going to play 1, 2, 3, 4. Try playing that while we count the beat out loud together. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now, don't get distracted. I'm going to be playing the right hand, which may make you start thinking, oh, this is so pretty, and you'll get distracted away from counting the beat out loud. Try and stay focused. Your job is count the beat 1, 2, 3, 4 as you're playing the left hand part. Here we go. See if you can keep focused the whole time. Finger 5 starts on D. Count with me, 4 beats, and then we start. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Here comes the half notes. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you need to try that again, if you want more practice, just rewind or pause and try it as many times as you need to get comfortable with that. Now, if you did well and you're ready to go on, let's take a look at line 3. When you get to line 3, what do we have? A, 2, 3, 4. Another A, 2, 3, 4. Another A, 2, 3, 4. And then remember, the left hand helps with the melody there after 2 beats of rest from this half rest. So now let's try. You just play the left hand part and count the beat. Remember, when you get to this last measure, you'll count 1, 2 without playing anything, and then 3, 4. You'll play A on beat 3 and hold through beat 4. Let's start at the beginning of line 3. You play the left hand and count out loud. Here's 4 beats to get started. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. You might have noticed I was doing the dynamics. It's good to try and work in the dynamics as soon as you're ready. Now, going down to line 4, let's try this last line together. Looking ahead, be ready for those half notes in the last measure. You know what to do. I'll count 4 beats, then we'll get started on Do, finger 5. Just the left hand part for you. I'll play both. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Remember to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Now, if you need more practice with any of that, pause the video or rewind to try it again with me. But when you're ready, let's try the whole song. You'll play the left hand, I'll play both hands, and I'd like you to count the beat out loud. Let's see if we can make it through the whole thing without stopping. So always be looking ahead, trying to anticipate what's coming in the next measure or on the next line. Count the beat out loud with me. Here's 4 beats to get started. Your job is left hand and count out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice work. Now let's take a look at how we're going to put this hands together. Remember that in sheet music, when notes are stacked on top of each other, that means to play them together. So here on beat 1, the right hand plays its first quarter note while the left hand plays its whole note. And then for beats 2, 3, 4, the right hand continues to play while the left hand holds. But then here again on beat 1, they play together, 2, 3, 4, the right hand plays alone. Here they play together, etc. Possibly the trickiest measure to master hands together is here in measure 8. Notice that you play together on beat 1, then the right hand plays all by itself, and then we play together again on beat 3. Sounds like this. Ta, ti, 2, or 1, 2, and 3, 4. Let's break it down and try this on the piano. Now let's just take the very first note here in measure 8, the last measure of line 2. We play, the left hand is playing this A, the right hand is playing an E, so let's just practice that together. Play that. Make sure you're comfortable with that. No problem, right? Now let's add just one more note. When I have a difficult measure, I just take it one note at a time. So remember, this is together, and then the right hand plays that flagged 8th note all by itself. The left hand's technically still holding. Ta, ti. So leave your left hand down. Ta, ti. Can you do that? Ta, ti. Let's do that several times. Go. Ta, ti. Again. Ta, ti. Good. Now, let's add the next note. Ta, ti, 2. You'll notice on that last note, both hands are playing D. Ta, ti. And Now remember that T is all by itself, and then two, ta, ti, two. Pause the video, and I'd like you to work on that many, many times until you feel confident with it, and then press play to go on. Now, let's try going back to the start. And again, remember, when we're on beat 1 here, we play together, then right, 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 together, right, 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 together. 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. Another way to think about it is we always play together on beat 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. Pause the video and see if you can put lines 1 and 2 hands together, count the beat out loud while you play, and then press play to go on. Now line 3 is the same idea, but we're going to start piano because of our dynamic mark here. That P stands for piano. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now press pause and try putting line 3 hands together. Then press play to go on. And now we're finally ready for line 4, just the same as line 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. So really, now you're ready to put the whole thing hands together, which I'll let you work on your own. It may take you a few days to really feel like you've mastered this, but if you practice carefully, take your time, don't rush it, you'll be playing this hands together in no time. One practice tool I'd like to remind you about is the metronome. Metronome can be a great tool, once you know the notes, to help you really master it, to keep a steady beat throughout. A good beat to start with may be around 100 beats per minute. Ta, 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 ta. I wouldn't suggest you play every time with the metronome. Remember, it's just a tool to help make sure you're keeping a steady beat. But then you also want to know how to keep a steady beat even without the metronome by feeling the beat inside as you play. Also, please remember to use the dynamics and most importantly, have fun while you play. This song is about joy, ode to joy. So have fun, make sure you're playing it for a friend once you have it mastered, so you can share the joy of this wonderful, famous song. Great job working on Ode to Joy hands together today. And congratulations on reaching the end of Unit 4. Screen high five. I hope you enjoy practicing this great piece by Beethoven. And I'll see you next time in Unit 5.